welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers, presented by your Southern California Ford dealers. I'm John Hartung alongside Nomar Garcia-Parra, Jerry Hairston Jr. We're smiling again. That was more like it. The Dodgers, they come back, they salvage 1 out of 3 against the Cincinnati Reds. Still a 2-5 homestand for them, but at least they're going to be feeling a lot better, Nomar, as they board the plane, head to Milwaukee. The offense finally waking up with that big 8th inning, and Clayton Kershaw was dominant.
I don't know about you, John, but I'm breathing fine. I don't know. I feel pretty good. It was a good win. The Dodgers definitely needed it. You know, you're going to have a happy flight, which is good to have. But really today, nice in that 8th inning. Hopefully that gets the offense going, but it was really about Clayton Kershaw. He did the job. Asked to be the stopper. He did exactly that. I mean, that's why he's great.
Yeah, Kershaw's great. You know, I'm really proud of the guys today. They watched our pregame show. We all said it was a must-win, and they responded big time, especially with the bats in that 8th inning. Clayton Kershaw, lights out.
And by we all, you mean you. Said it was a must-win for the Dodgers.
We're all family, John. All family.
They got it done, 8-0. Let's hear from Justin Turner. He went deep today. He's standing by with Kirsten Watson.
Your home run in the 3rd set the tone, but it seemed like that walk in the 8th really just got things going. How good did it just feel to get this win today?
Yeah, it felt good to get the win. It felt good to, have our stopper on the mound, Kershaw, and go out and give us 7 shutout and just commanding all his pitches. And then it felt good for the offense in that 8th inning to kind of get back to what we're used to, passing the baton, taking good at-bats, and yeah, it felt good.
With that 8th inning, finding the success on offense, does it feel like that's now kind of just things are feeling back on track for the team?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we've been taking good at bats and hitting balls hard, haven't got a lot of results, but just continuing to grind and continue to work. And when our offense is good, we're passing the baton and tough outs all the way down the lineup, and we did a good job of that today.
And what about the bullpen? I mean, we saw Garrett Clevenger come out and step up, Dennis Santana. Seeing these guys perform, what do you take away from that?
Yeah, they were great today. Trinan comes in and, didn't get a call on the swing or check swing, whatever, and, got in some trouble 1st and 3rd and made some big pitches. And then Clev coming in and obviously taking one off the tricep and staying in there, making a play on it, making it close at 1st, and Santana coming in and slamming the door was nice.
Did it feel like this was the win you guys needed to just carry over the momentum for this road trip?
Yeah, obviously we're in a little rut right now, and it starts with winning 1 game at a time, and today was the first step of that.
Thanks, Justin.
And we heard JT talking about passing the baton there in that 8th inning, Nomar. This is something that you always talk about and you love. They scored 6 runs in that 8th inning, all of them with 2 outs.
Yeah, and one thing, this is the first time we've actually seen the length of this lineup. Everybody doing it, coming up with big hits, clutch hits, squaring the ball up, not missing pitches. I mean, this was finally the offense that we expected, and we haven't seen it. They know that, but we also said this is what they're capable of doing. We're so spoiled because we see this more often than not, and they have set the bar and the expectation so high, so they haven't done it. They've gone through a little bit of a lull. Hopefully, this can keep them going and going into a place. They're going on a road trip, going to a place where they have a pretty good staff over there, so they're going to be facing some tough pitchers, so hopefully they have confidence when they step into the batter's box.
Again, Nomar, I love the at-bats that were taken here. Fastball right there, Mookie Betts rifles it up the middle. Excellent top hand right there, great approach. But this inning, everybody had good at-bats. CT3 going the other way on a line. Matt Beatty going the other way on a line. These guys picking each other out and really believing in each other. That's the biggest thing. They continue to put good at-bats together. Nice little happy flight heading to Milwaukee. Yes, they're a very good team. But again, that's a great place to hit, too. You see the ball like a balloon there. Hopefully, this hit parade continues.
It was a great sign for them offensively going into Milwaukee. They are going to face some tough pitching there, but they didn't really need that extra run support there in the 8th inning, Jerry, because Clayton Kershaw was so good today. He had 22 swings and misses on his breaking pitches alone in the 7 shutout innings with 8 strikeouts.
We talked about it earlier. That slider command is so important, especially for Clayton Kershaw down in the zone, whether he's facing a lefty or righty. He gets them to chase that breaking ball because a lot of times that slider looks like a fastball out of his hand. He literally was on his A game today. I'm not going to say vintage Kershaw, but this is what he does, though. This is what he does. When he knows that the team is really kind of has his back against the wall, the offense really hasn't been firing on all cylinders, I need to throw up zeros. The other team can't win if they don't score, and that's what Clayton Kershaw did. Did not allow him to score.
You don't have the title ace of a staff just by going out there and say, well, I have the best ERA, or I'm the best pitcher, or I'm the #1 starter for opening day. That's not your ace. Your ace is a guy who steps up in moments like this. Your ace is the one, and you heard even Justin Turner say in his interview, we had our stopper on the mound in Clayton Kershaw. You look at this staff, there's a lot of stoppers on this staff, but we haven't seen it, even though they've been doing their job. But sometimes it takes somebody like Clayton Kershaw where it just everybody elevates because he's doing what he normally does, and you're like, we can't let him down. They got 2 runs, and also the bullpen coming in and shutting the door. So that was just great to see, and finally the explosion of the offense in the 8th. But really, up until that point, it was really Clayton Kershaw's game. He was taking command of it and did an unbelievable job and truly set the tone.
All right, let's recap it for you. The 3rd and final game of the series with the Reds. Final game of the 7-game homestand as well. Clayton Kershaw dealing heading into the 4th inning with the Dodgers already up 2-0. Gets Nick Castellanos to ground out to Justin Turner. After a single by Joey Votto, it's Eugenio Suarez. Ground ball to the left side. How many good plays has JT made in this series?
Outstanding play to his left. Great range right there. Extended, makes the play. Has to get on his feet, makes the play.
And a great throw over to first. Not easy to do.
2 down for Mike Moustakas, Chatsworth High School product, and Kershaw's able to get him swinging.
Good breaking ball. He had really different looks to the breaking ball. It's something Rich always say, I want different arcs to my breaking pitches. Yeah. Well, that's what Clayton Kershaw had today.
Bottom of the 4th, it's a 2-out single for Luke Raley. And then Austin Barnes up there, the 8th pitch of the at-bats against Sonny Gray, who was awfully good today as well. Had that 2-seamer working all day.
2-seamer was nasty, coming back. Looks like a ball comes right back in the zone.
Top 5, 1 down for Kyle Farmer. It's another strikeout for Clayton. Tires the side in order.
There's that slider. Looks like a fastball out of the hand. Darts out of the zone.
Bottom of the 5th, Mookie Betts comes to the plate with 1 out. And Sonny Gray gets him.
Since he's become a Reds, we saw Sonny Gray in Oakland really had success, but now back with the Reds with his pitching coach, really has been locked in.
He had 11 strikeouts today, getting Gavin Lux there.
He got a lot of lefties freezing on that 2-seamer where it looked like it was coming in. They thought it was off the plate and just run back over the plate.
Top of the 6th, Senzel leading off, and nothing really JT can do with that. It's an infield single.
They didn't retire 15 over there in Cincinnati?
Nope.
That's surprising. Young man can fly.
Jesse Winker had himself a good first 2 games of the series, but not as much today. Kershaw punches him out.
Right there, Winker's just asking, as a hitter, you question whether you went, you feel like you didn't, but you just want the umpire down the line to call it on. That's what you're really asking.
Castellanos strikes out. Another one for Kersh.
Just great movement right there on that slider. Breaks about 7-8 inches. Great movement.
And then Joey Votto. It's a little one-hopper to the right side. Turner's over there. Another 0 on the board for Clayton. Bottom 6. Back-to-back walks. 2 on, 2 out for Raley. Goes the other way, but Moustakas is there. And the throw pulls Votto off the bag. You could tell Votto maybe thought he came off.
He wasn't too sure. He did an excellent job trying to stretch as far as he could while keeping the foot on as long as possible. And, that's a smart play because he assumes he gets him out his call, but he doesn't take anything for granted.
True.
He keeps playing and says, okay, we'll go to replay and let that play out.
Here in the top of the 7th, Kershaw still out there. Raley has to run a long way, and that sun's always fun, I imagine.
Yeah, that's not an easy right field there, especially that sun. Rail says, I got it, I got it. I think I got it. Oh, yeah, I got it.
He had it the whole time.
2 batters later, 3-2 pitch to Tyler Stevenson, and Clayton Kershaw gets his 8th strikeout of the game. He is through 7. To the 8th, Blake Trinan facing Tucker Barnhart. Opens up the inning with a strikeout.
Movement right there on that cutter.
After a hit batter, it's Senzel up there. And suddenly the Cincinnati Reds have the tying runs on base.
I mean, Senzel was just hot today. I mean, this was his day. Hit already Had 3 hits off Clayton Kershaw, so he's feeling pretty confident up there. Goes the other way. 4 singles
so many
today.
hits the other way. Yeah. So many hits the other way.
What a concept.
That is some dirty stuff right there from trying to get Winker, and he's going to have more of the same for Castellanos.
Yikes. That is as good as it gets right there.
The way he's made
Nasty
2 of the best hitters right now in the National League, the way they're hitting, how hot they've been, that's impressive.
Bottom of the 8th, Justin Turner's on first. After a walk, with 2 outs, Chris Taylor goes deep to right. That is over Castellanos' head. JT will score, and that's a big insurance run at this time, making it 3-0.
Love the approach here. This ball is outer third, going the other way, drives it off the wall. Castellanos cannot make the play. Able to get it in, but at that point, JT scored.
A.J. Pollock follows with a base hit. That'll score another. 4-0.
Take those knocks. Little Pete Sampras right there. A little top-hand lob over the shortstop. You'll take it. RBI knock.
Back-to-back walks, loading the bases for Matt Beatty on his 28th birthday. Coming through.
Great swing right there by Matt Beatty. When that ball is on the top of the zone, he just takes the barrel to it. He doesn't lift that front shoulder. The barrel doesn't drop, get underneath it. He gets the barrel to the ball and drives it.
He's had great at-bats his last 10 to 12 plate appearances. This guy will probably get more and more burns, especially in that pinch hit role. Good to see.
6-0. They're not done. Mookie follows. 2 more coming in on the RBI. 2 RBI single.
Multi-hit game for Mookie Betts. 1 the other way in that first inning here. Rocket up the middle for 2 RBIs. Love to see that top hand through the baseball, finishing that swing. Great swing.
And the Dodgers win it. Their 6th shutout of the year. It's already more than they had all of last season. 8-0 is the final. They are now 16-9. Clayton Kershaw gets his 4th win, went 7 scoreless, allowed 4 hits, 8 strikeouts. Justin Turner 1 for 4 with a homer and a walk. And A.J. Pollock went 2 for 3 with an RBI, a walk, and a stolen base. So the Dodgers now hit the road for the next 7 in the upper Midwest. They'll play 4 in Milwaukee beginning tomorrow at 4:30 against the NL Central leading Brewers. From there, it's a short 90-mile trip south to Chicago for 3 with the Cubs at Wrigley. All of these games right here on Sportsnet LA. Clayton Kershaw with his 58th career scoreless start of 7 innings or more. We will have reaction from the ace straight ahead. Access Sportsnet Dodgers is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. Check out the Ford F-150 today.